So today we're going to try something that has been on my to-do list for projects since I found out about that this existed. So I have a Centro 48 pen, and I just put a digital counter on there because the one that comes on the machine isn't the best. But I'm going to try to make a blanket. So I have this dark blue that doesn't really kind of show up on the camera. It looks like it's black almost. And then this burnt orange color. I'm going to make a striped blanket out of this. This is going to be for my dad. He's been asking me for ages now to make him a blanket. So now that I have my 48 pen Centro fixed and cleaned up and it is all ready to go, we can finally get started on this project. So I'm going to cast on some scrap yarn and we'll get started from there. So I'm only about 20 rows in, and I'm not quite sure what's going on here, because I noticed over here like the tension was weird. You can see it's funky, and then right there it looks like it's a drop stitch, but also not. Like, I'm not really quite sure what that is, but like you can see the tension looks a little different. Like there's a gap there, almost like there is missed stitches, but at the same time it doesn't look like there is. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this off, and we'll call this trial error and start again. Okay, so I've restarted and we're 7 rows into the actual color now, and I already have a drop stitch on pin 28, so hopefully that'll be an easy fix since I've caught it so early. I haven't noticed any others so far. I've been trying to watch to make sure that I'm not getting those drop stitches like that. So yeah, we'll see how it continues. Okay, so did another restart. Now I am 31 rows in, and so far I've only had one what looks like a tucked stitch, so I'm going to attempt to fix that. It seems like as long as I keep a slow, consistent pace, it seems to do okay. Things aren't getting stuck. My tension doesn't change. Everything seems to be going so far so good. So I'm going to attempt to fix this drop stitch, and I'm going to see how many rows I can get out of one skein. I think I'm going to aim for 250. I think that would make a good size length for the blanket, because I plan on it being vertical striped. So yeah, I'm going to fix that drop stitch, and we're just going to keep on going. Okay, we are now 60 rows in, and everything looks to be pretty good, I would say. I mean, the tension, it looks good. It's touching the table now. So I'm going to say that we're doing pretty good. We've found our rhythm. Things are working very smoothly. So I'm just going to keep cranking away. There's still a very healthy amount of yarn left. So I definitely think that I will be able to get the full 250 rows that I want out of this. As I say that, it looks like there's something going on right there. Looks like it might be a tucked stitch. I will deal with that when that comes around. Yeah, I think this is turning out super well so far, you know, knock on wood, but I'm just going to keep cranking away, and I will check back when we got this tube done. So we have had a success. I only have a little bit of yarn left. It's still connected to my machine. I made it to row 240. I figured that's probably close enough to where my goal was. I thought I was going to be able to make it all the way to 250. Otherwise, I might have stopped a little bit earlier. But scrap amount of yarn left. It's almost 10 o'clock at night now. So I'm going to go ahead and cast off with some different scrap yarn. And I will have a finished tube. I only had a couple more like weird dropped or tucked stitches to fix. But overall, super successful. I think I have smoothed out all of my issues. So now to just get it off the machine and see how big the 240 rows on this 48 pen is. So let's do that real quick. Okay, so I've brought it into my kitchen where the lighting's a little bit better. You can see it's pretty long. I'm going to say it's probably, back up, you can see the whole thing there. I'm going to say probably about 5 foot because I laid out flat on the floor, draped it over my feet, and was able to have it touch the floor at the base of my feet, and it came up to just right under my shoulders. So it's not quite as long as I was wanting it initially, and of course Luna needs to check it out. But I also thinking about adding like a crochet border to it, so that might help with that extra little bit of length that I'm wanting on it. But overall, I'd say that this has turned out fairly well. I'm going to say that this is a success for finally getting the first tube done. So I'm going to work the next couple of days about getting the next several tubes done. I don't know how many I'm going to do just yet, but I've got a bunch of this burnt orange and the that dark navy blue color that I'm going to do. So I might end up having, I think, 12 overall. So I'm hoping for it to be a pretty decent sized blanket. So yeah, we'll see where we end up next. Okay, so now it is Thursday night. It's been a week, 2 weeks since I started on this project. I don't remember now. My days are all blurring together. But I've managed to get 8 tubes done. I have 2 more skeins of yarn that I plan on going through. And I think that this blanket will be at a decent size. I've decided that I'm going to do horizontal stripes with these. Because lengthwise I think it's nice because it goes pretty far. It's almost arm span for me, so to me that's a decent size width for the blanket. And then I think with 10 total tubes for this blanket, it should be long enough that you would be able to have it up to like your shoulders or like tucked up underneath of your chin if you're a blanket snuggler like I am, and still be able to drape over your feet. Like I said, this is for my dad, and he's just a little bit taller than I am, so I'm hoping that that would be enough. I still plan on putting a border around the edge of it once it's all sewn together. I think I understand how to finish these off. I've watched some pretty good videos. They're real short, sweet, and to the point. I think I understand what it is that I need to do to finish this project out. So that's kind of where we're at. I will lay these out so that way you can kind of see what I'm going for with these projects. I was talking with someone and they said that the colors remind them of the Chicago Bears, which was not what I was going for. Not in the slightest. My dad's not a Bears fan. I sent him a picture and he told me he thought it looked like Harry Potter or reminded him of Harry Potter. So I think it's just because of the stripies. But yeah, so that's where we're at. Literally the night before this video is going up, so can't say that I don't work to the very last minute. So I'm just gonna keep trucking away on this project, and I will see you in the next video, where hopefully I'm finishing this out. All right, stay tuned, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.